Jimmy Murphy here with the CLNS Media Garden Report on Ice. And look, they may not be pretty. They may not be a full team right now. They may not be the exciting brand of hockey that we thought we were going to get in the Bruce Cassidy era. But they're getting points. In 4 straight games, to be exact. And like I said, it hasn't been pretty. At times, it's been very ugly and boring. But you know what? You can't complain, because if they're racking up points in the standings right now, as we get deeper into the month of November, then that's a good thing for the Bruins and for you, the Boston Bruins fans. The last couple games right now, we've seen a team that once again has had to battle some big injuries. They haven't had David Krejci. They get the news that there's no David Backes for 8 weeks, and the center position is just completely thrown out of whack. And let's face it, the defense has had some injuries as well, and Torrey Krug hasn't been really himself, but in the last 2 games, he's starting to pick it up. But the Bruins somehow right now are on somewhat of a roll. And the reason they're able to do it right now is that the young kids are buying into the system. They're doing what's asked of them by Bruce Cassidy. They're not complaining about what position they're at. They're going wherever he puts them, whatever line he's on. He's switching lines nonstop through the games. But they're buying into what he's saying. And we saw it today with the center position, despite being depleted, 2 centers, guys that aren't usually in the top 4 centers or even the top 3, got the goals. You got Sean Corelli with the winner, and you got Riley Nash, got the first goal against the Vegas Golden Knights. That's what the Bruins need right now. They need guys, unsung heroes, to step up, and they're getting it. And Coach Cassidy, after the game, was very happy.
That's the formula. You said it. And we got a top line that's a threat every night. Tonight they were quiet in terms of the score sheet, but if you look at their ability to change a game offensively and defensively, also matchup line and special teams and goaltending. We hope the rest of the group can contribute 200-foot games and chip in on it with secondary scoring. We talked about this the other day. There's going to be times it might not look pretty, but if we can get through those stretches, play through them, and then get back on our game, I think tonight was a good example of that. People forget Vegas is 8-3. I don't care who they have. They're a good hockey team.
So as you can see, Cassidy, obviously, as he said to us, it's going to be ugly at times. It's going to be tough, but he's happy with the way they're buying in right now. And we also spoke to Sean Corelli after the game against Vegas, who scored the game winner. And he said basically the same thing. Look, we got to just do what we're asked right now. We got to go out there, keep it simple, and we got to go in there. And this is what he had to say.
We get guys like Backes and Krejci out. I mean, everybody's trying to chip in, make up for their loss. How important is it to just sort of maintain your game and not try to do too much?
I think it's important. Obviously, I've got to keep it simple and steady. And we're missing some key guys. And it's just important for me to do my job and not try and do too much and come out of my role.
So that's what the forward position is doing right now, specifically at center. But another positive that we're seeing right now in the last 2 games, Torrey Krug, who could be pivotal right now, because as we saw earlier, Bruce Cassidy is saying that power plays are going to be huge when the team is hurting from injuries right now, and they have guys that are in there that aren't necessarily used to their positions. They're going to need special teams to step up. That means you're going to need Torrey Krug to get going, and right now he's finding his groove.
I've always said once my skating game comes together and everything else kind of follows, and it seems to be the case, breaking pucks out better, and all of a sudden you're getting a couple breaks offensively, and then pucks going in for your team, and you feel good about yourself. Physically, I missed training camp and a lot of exhibition games, and then on the mental side of things, you're pretty frustrated because you know how well you can play, but you're just not playing up to your potential, and the stars aren't lining up for you. So it's a grind both mentally and physically.
So there it is. It's not the Bruins team that we thought we were going to have, the up-tempo attack team that we thought we were going to see, that was going to be in high-scoring affairs, back and forth, with a lot of skilled forwards. They do have those, but unfortunately a lot of them are injured right now. The Boston Bruins look more like the team they played, the Vegas Golden Knights, who, let's not forget, were getting laughed at in the beginning of the season for their scrappy style and their kind of makeshift lineup there. And by the way, they're 8-3. So it's not a bad team to emulate there. The Boston Bruins, if they can continue to do what they're doing and buy into Cassidy's system, whatever that system might be on any given night, are going to get through this tough stretch that they're in right now. This is Jimmy Murphy with the CLNS Media Garden Report on Ice.